Ahoy there, I'm TinyPirate and welcome to an episode of Cosmoteer. Now, I heard that recently there was an update which brought in railguns, and railguns are super fun, so I'm just going to show you what they're all about. And I thought it would be really fun to explore them in this game, so I thought I would start by playing a little bit of single player just to show you how they all work, and then we're going to build an absolutely massive railgun ship and just see how much damage we can do. Now, the things to know about railguns are, once I turn off symmetry, there's a launcher and there's a loader. And when you zoom back, you can see that it doesn't add any extra damage, it does some damage. And the launcher part requires energy, and the loader part requires ammunition. So it's a weapon that requires both types of material. Now what's cool is you can add accelerators. So the accelerators add more damage, and as you can see, once I stick this on here and get rid of that, there will be a bonus, a damage modifier. So with this many accelerators, it's 140% extra damage. And the great thing about railgun ammo is it can plow through a ship, doing damage while destroying components until its damage limit is reached. So you can actually hit multiple components at once, and it's really fun. So we're going to play a little bit of single player with a starter ship I've made, and then we're going to see what is the biggest railgun we can build. It's going to be awesome. Stick around. So this is the TinyPirate Harpoon. It is pretty much a glass cannon. I'm going to show you what exactly it's made up of. It's 79,600, which is pretty much close to the starter ship limit. You can design a ship for up to 80,000. It just hits the requirements for energy and staff and a very small motor at the back. And as you can see, it's reasonably armored, and the goal is really to protect the railgun, because if it explodes, it does a lot of damage. We've got space down the side for energy to be brought in. We've got an ammunition room here for ammunition, and we have some ships that need to be rapidly disassembled. So let's go whack this guy and see what happens. We get a bit closer, and what exactly is it? Let's have a look. It is one of these fighters, so we definitely want to knock out these shields. And as you can see, the railgun ammunition is very damaging indeed. I think already one weapon completely destroyed and another one coming along the way. And the railgun pushes not only us as the firing ship, but the enemy ships around as well. And you can see it's just cut through the ship. The only issue is that railgun is weak. If it takes too many hits, it will explode, and that is pretty much game over for our ship. There is no coming back. Your ship is shredded. So that was that. I don't even do I have any repairs to do? 500 repairs to a little bit of ammo and a little bit of armor. And the first thing I'm gonna do actually is I'm gonna extend our armor here just to give us a little bit more protection to the gun itself. And other than that, I can't really fit in any more corridor right now, and I am a little bit worried about speed, so I might try and just grabbing this guy and putting 2 engines in, because and another door, I think I really need the extra speed. This ship is very hungry for speed, so it needs to be able to chase people down. So let's go find the other guys, and we'll sort of evaluate this as a starting option for your ships. I think it's pretty awesome. Okay, we got another target ahead of us. The extra engines are definitely helping us keep range. It wants to pull away, but we're not going to let it. Its lasers are firing, but once we get that cannon to bear... Oh, I don't want to take those front hits. Yeah, it is hurting, but we've already hit it very hard, spun it round. That's always a good thing to see. Come on, ship, I need you to fire. It's lining up its shot. We are not nimble enough yet. And a good hit. Keep it up, keep it up. More shots on target. I can repair, so I'm going to. And... oh, we've got to fire. Oh, nicely done. Is that one down? This one's almost down. That will help quite a bit. The obvious upgrade for this ship is, wow, we lost our directional. There's more directional control and a little bit of a faster motor. So with its... now I'm going to knock out that engine if I can. Or anything really, ship, just fire. Just keep up. We seem to be a little low. We're low on energy. We seem to be a little slower than I'd hope. Railgun is now pretty much slamming through the middle of the ship, delivering a lot of damage right the way through to the core. The next shot should probably finish the ship off, and indeed it did. Wow, that was beautiful. The upgrades to me feel a little bit obvious at this stage. More maneuverability, more power, all that kind of stuff. Just like a small thruster here in the nose to provide more punch, which means more corridor and more armor in the vicinity. So we'll just throw on some armor like this and protect things in the ship, and that should be enough just to give us a little bit extra punch, and we pretty much just need to take on that final ship and then have a little think about what we're going to do next. The final ship we're facing is another one of these wingbats. Should be pretty easy for us now, especially with the extra maneuverability we've got and the extra... Well, I've added a few more people to the ship, as you can see, so that should help. But I just want to see the damage laid out. It has not successfully taken out anything yet. And how's our shielding? Not too bad, or our armor not too bad. Wow, did that actually destroy it, or was it a clean miss? Come on, lads, you've got to do better than that. That's not too bad. More hits, please. That's pretty good. And knocking it is good. Still, the railgun's holding together. It looks like he's trying to knock out our maneuverability, which has worked. But I don't think it's going to help in the long run. I think this is going to be it for him. That's the bridge destroyed. So no more control. It's just down to taking out the various components now. And that was that. So our ship took a little bit more damage that time, but in general, really sturdy stuff. I think what I want to do now is have a look at how this ship compares against some of the mid-game components, or mid-game ships, and then we'll build an absolutely massive boat and see what that does for us. It's going to be awesome, so stick around. So here is my upgraded ship, currently worth 300,000. Just to turn off blueprint mode. I have got shields on it, which is very important. I have got these electro blasters or electro bolters because I find cutting through shields to be a little difficult at times, and they will help. I have lots of point defense because missiles can really wreck a ship like this if it isn't careful, especially being a bit of a one-trick pony with its wonderful accelerator here. The railgun is currently at 14% extra damage. There's ammo storage, there's a ton of energy available, there's big engines, there's big directional thrusters as well. Doesn't go backwards very fast with these two little thrusters, but I think that should be sufficient. And again, more point defense and armor all around. So I think it's probably time to try jumping to... I'm going to be brave. We're going to jump to the Lohi Thomas system and see what that does for us. Could be bad, could be good. I don't know. Meanwhile, we'll watch them fuel up the FTL drives. They're all spun up nearly, and jump. And I'm glad it auto-saved. Right, we've landed. Let's see what damage we can inflict over here in this veteran map. I suspect that it's going to be tough, but we'll find someone and find out. Alright, what have we got here? So this is a big ship. It is equipped with electro bolters and, well, cannons, so those are going to be hard for us to handle. But I'm hoping that the electros... We're taking a bit of damage already. Can we get the cannon to bear on time? The railgun. The shielding is... Wow, shielding's down. We've got to get that cannon to bear. That's a nice start. And we're taking out its shields, which is good. Now it's time to focus that down these big guns before they cause too much trouble. Oh, wow. That was pretty effective. We are a 300 value ship though, so I would expect Okay, let's repair everything. I would expect quite a lot of systems to be able to, for us to be able to defeat. Feels like maybe some fire extinguishers would be a good idea. Let's chuck a few around the place. Maybe one more. Yeah, I think maybe that's enough. Okay, so we got another ship coming up. What is it? Oh, it's one of these guys with these two. Oh wow. These beam lasers need to be got rid of, basically. So, yeah, take that out. Take that out. That is a lot of stuff to fire at us. Oh, and those things as well. These things are the worst for this ship. Oh no. Oh no, that is bad news. Bad news for the railgun. Not a good look at all. This guy is worth who knows how much anymore. Okay, so the railguns do have their limits. We are now two separate ships. Our secret plan to split in half has taken effect. I think we need to go build a massive railgun ship and see what happens. Okay, so for this ship, I want to see if we can build a railgun that is maybe, if not as big as this, at least pretty substantially close. So it's going to be quite an endeavor, and I'm going to speed through most of it. So what I'll probably do is, I don't know, maybe I'll build two. I'm going to put one, like I'm going to put the nose here, and then I'm going to put accelerators. And what I'll do is I'll work out like a repeating template, which will have, well, when I get rid of that, it'll probably have like power close to hand, people close to hand, and perhaps engines close to hand. So it'll be something like this, power, a couple of people, and then I'll figure out some engines, and then I'll just be able to copy and paste that down the entire length of the notional ship, and I should be able to get a very long, very, very damaging and dangerous vessel. Okay, so I have done a bunch of copy and pasting till we've got a 2000% damage bonus. At the front here we have these shields, and I suspect that I need something a little bit more ambitious for the size of these motors. Likewise, these defenses here, I don't know, I've got quite a few shields, 4 on each side. That doesn't seem too bad, but this is, oh, these are two absolutely ridiculously huge railguns. It actually might make sense to run, okay, so I need to sort this out. It might make sense to run corridors all the way down, at least, I don't know, both sides of this, because it's a bit ridiculous. I should also probably throw in some more defenses, and at the back here we're going to put the what are they, the launch rooms. So where are they? The railgun loading rooms, and then we're going to need to put in the ammunition factories. I mean, they're not going to be able to fire any faster than anyone else, and the ammunition storage to go with it. And then we need to put in a lot, and I'm talking a lot of engines, I suspect, a lot of lateral engines of this mega thruster variety, just all the way down here to turn the back of the ship. And then we're just going to have to get a whole stack load of them across the back. And I'm going to try and line up engine rooms as well that will give these guys even more thruster capacity. And we're going to need a ton of power to keep all of this lot going as well. So let me finish that off, and we'll see what we can get to, and then you guys can all make funny claims about what this looks like in real life. Better put in an engine room as well, I suppose, or to steer. Where are we? Control room, I'll put in 2, why not? And then yeah, we're just about done. Okay, well, here you go. This is the Harpoon Mark V. Wow, look at this thing. It is just enormous. It's got walkways running down the middle. It's got a ton of shields at the front. It's got point defenses, and it can turn fairly well, I don't know. That's not too bad, but I can't help but think it could be a little bit better. So why don't we throw in a couple more engines on each side like this to really make sure it can get itself underway. It's pretty reasonably, well, it's reasonably fast forward, but sideways motion is where it needs to be able to bring its cannon to bear. So I do feel compelled to ensure that it does a reasonable job of that. So I've pulled in my old Death Star design. It's only 4.5 million. We're going to put it on the AI team, and we're going to switch it over to Barbarian, which means that now the Harpoon Mega gets to try and take it on. For those of you thinking about certain reproductive cycles and metaphors thereof, don't do that anymore. Okay, so Harpoon Mega is coming in. Look at this thing. This is quite possibly the silliest ship I've ever built, next to these original Death Stars from my old Cosmoteer videos. I don't know where it thinks that it's going right now. I'm going to need to speed up a little bit, or we'll be here all day. Hopefully the game doesn't explode on me. Frame rates are dropping, but that's okay. Okay, Harpoon Mega is coming in. The Death Star does have a lot of shields on the front and those beams. So it just... What even just happened? Did it even... Why is it not even... Did it even fire? I don't think the bullets... I don't even think the bullets reach far enough down. Like, they exit here and they don't go very far, but we just destroyed the entire... Wow. The entire front of the ship. Oh, look at that. It is just cutting to try and reach through. That is just amazing. But it can't reach far enough, and the Death Star's pulling away. All the way into the Death Star. It's firing, but the weapons won't reach. I'll have to let Clint, the developer, know that when you build a ridiculously long range... Oh no! The railgun is going up. Oh no, it's destructing all the way up the center of the ship. One of them's gone, but the other one is still going strong. Wow. One railgun, it's like a firework all the way up the ship. And... oh no. It's chain reaction. Oh no, back down. I think we could probably call this one a draw. Like, the Harpoon is going to be able to escape, but the Death Star, on the other hand, is basically a shredded wreck with fires everywhere. Wowie, that was impressive. Let's try something else. Right, so now the Harpoon has to take on two of my USS Enterprises, slightly revised from the ones in the previous videos, because we're going to have to pull this in nice and close, because I had issues with a few of the parts who were in mods, but these are the straight versions. So I'm actually, come on, I'm going to give you a chance by at least getting you to close into range. So let's have a look how they do against the Enterprise. Oh, we got missiles coming out. Oh, let's slow down. Wow, it actually took out a lot of stuff already. Can it handle itself? I think the Enterprise might outmaneuver it at this rate. And, oh no, its beams are cutting into our ship. Oh, no, that's not good. Okay, take on this ship. Okay, come on, no, Harpoon. Harpoon, take on this one. Oh no, this doesn't look good. So it's pretty much game over for the Harpoon at this point. Up go the internal pieces, and the Enterprises have beaten it. What a shame. I think we're going to find one more boss fight and yeah, see what happens. Now this is the most expensive built-in ship in the game, the Terra. It's nearly 5 million credits worth of I don't know, that's a ton of shielding and badness. So I'm just going to move it over to the barbarians, and we're going to send our lad against it. Now let's just see what happens here. I don't know. I suspect this could be pretty bad for us, especially with the range on the railgun seemingly a bit broken. So let's slow down a little bit. Okay, so are we going to see some shots? Oh, that is a lot of missiles. Oh my. Oh no. Oh no, that's not even a hope. No. That's not even a hope in heck. That is not ideal. Oh dear. I think it might be time to call this video to a close. I'm going to feed back to the developer that ridiculously long railguns seem weirdly weak. There should be a little range boost with each length increase. Although, you know, maybe I could do a video where I line up like 10 of them across, and so you get 10 railgun shots all at once for a relatively stumpy ship. If you'd like to see that, let me know in the comments below. If you have a better insane railgun design, let me know. Clearly this one is not up to the task, because this ship which is half the price absolutely destroyed it. Anyway, this has been Cosmoteer. I hope you've enjoyed it. I've had a lot of fun coming back, messing around with this. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Until next time, good night.